point of 139, in the saying of Imam al-Barbahari rahimahullah, وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ الرَّجُلَ يَتَعَاهَدُ الْفَرَائِضَ في جماعة مع السلطان وغيره فاعلم أنه صاحب سنة إن شاء الله تعالى. وإذا رأيت الرجل يتهاون بالفرائض في جماعة وإن كان مع السلطان فاعلم أنه صاحب هوى. And if you see a man being constant upon performing the obligatory prayers in congregation with the ruler or other than him, then know that he is a person of the Sunnah, if Allah the Most High wills. And if you see a man neglecting the obligatory prayers in congregation, even with the ruler, then know that he is a person of desires. Shaykh Fawzan, hafidhullah, he said, his saying, وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ الرَّجُلَ يَتَعَاهَدُ الْفَرَائِضَ فِي جَمَاعَةٍ مع السلطان وغيره فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ صَاحِبُ سُنَّةٍ إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى. And if you see a man being constant upon performing the obligatory prayers in congregation with the ruler or with other than him, then you should know that he is a person of the Sunnah if Allah the Most High wills. Shaykh Fawzan said, meaning if you see a man being constant upon the congregational prayer along with the ruler and along with other than him, then this is a proof that he is from the Ahlul Sunnah, from the people of the Sunnah, and from the people of Iman, true faith. Allah the Most High said, إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةَ وَآتَى الزَّكَاةَ. Surah At-Tawbah, the 9th Surah, Ayah 18. With the explanation, the mosques of Allah are only truly frequented and maintained by those who truly believe in Allah and in the last day, and who establishes the prayer and who gives the zakat. Shaykh Fawzan said, and the Prophet ﷺ mentioned with regard to the person whose heart is attached to the mosques, that he will be from those 7 who are shaded by Allah in His shade. So he said, وَرَجُلٌ قَلْبُهُ مُعَلَّقٌ بِالْمَسَاجِدِ, and a man whose heart is attached to the mosques. In the footnote they mentioned, reported by Al-Bukhari, and it should be hadith number 660, and reported by Muslim as hadith 1031 from Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu. Then the Shaykh said, so frequenting the mosques to carry out the congregational prayer is a sign of Iman, is a sign of true faith, and is a sign for the people of the Sunnah. Whereas the person who stays away from the prayer along with the Muslims, and he holds that the Muslims are not upon the truth, and that it is not correct to pray along with them, then there is no doubt that this is a person who has split away from the united body of the Muslims, and who is opposing Allah and His Messenger and the Muslims. And therefore you will find the people of deviant ideas, you'll find that they do not approach the mosques, and they do not pray along with the Muslims. Rather, some of them give the ruling that the prayers of the Muslims are invalid. So this is a sign of evil and a sign of deviation and of corruption in aqidah, creed and belief, and of splitting. He the Most High said, وَمَنْ يُشَاقِقِ الرَّسُولَ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ الْهُدَى وَيَأْتَبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ نُوَلِّهِ مَا تَوَلَّى وَنُصْلِهِ جَهَنَّمَ وَسَاءَتْ مَصِيرًا. Surah An-Nisa, the 4th Surah, Ayah 115, with the explanation, and whoever contends with the Messenger after the guidance has been made clear to him, and he follows other than the way of the believers, then we shall set him upon the path that he has taken, and we shall enter him into the hellfire. And what an evil destination. Shaykh Fawzan said, so what is obligatory upon the Muslim is that he is what's obligatory upon the Muslim is to be along with the Muslims. He, the Most High, said, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ. Surah At-Tawbah, the 9th Surah, Ayah 119. With the explanation, O you who believe, fear and be dutiful to Allah, and be along with those who are true and truthful. Shaykh Fawzan said, the Muslim should be along with the Muslims, and he should not keep apart and be alone, and be with a group who segregate themselves and become separate away from the Muslims. This is a sign of desires and evil and corruption in thought and deviation. And he said, he's saying, وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ الرَّجُلَ يَتَهَاوَنُ بِالْفَرَائِضِ فِي جَمَاعَةٍ وَإِنْ كَانَ مَعَ السُّلْطَانِ فَأَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ صَاحِبُ هَوَى. And if you see a man neglecting the obligatory prayers in congregation, even if it be along with the ruler, then know that he is a person of desires. Shaykh Fawzan said, if you see a man who abandons the prayer in congregation, then if he abandons it along with the ruler, then he is a person of desires, and he is from the Mu'tazila or from the Khawarij, from those who declare those in authority of the Muslims to be disbelievers on account of sin. Otherwise, if he avoids the congregational prayer, even with other than the ruler, then this is a munafiq, this is a hypocrite, because the Prophet ﷺ said, أثقل الصلوات على المنافقين صلاة العشاء وصلاة الفجر, that the most weighty of the prayers upon the hypocrites is the Isha prayer and the Fajr prayers. In the footnote they mention the checking of this has preceded, and we had before, this is reported by Al-Bukhari as Hadith 644, and by Muslim as Hadith 651 from a Hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Then Shaykh Fawzan said, so he counted the one who stays away from the prayer, or rather he said, so he counted staying away from the prayer to be nifaq, to be hypocrisy, to the extent that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, وَلَقَدْ رَأَيْتُنَا وَمَا يَتَخَلَّفُ عَنْهَا إِلَّا مُنَافِقٌ مَعْلُومٌ النِّفَاقِ. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, and you would see us, and no one would stay away from it, the congregational prayer meeting, except for a hypocrite whose hypocrisy was well known. In the footnote they mention again that checking of this has preceded in this volume 2, page 171, and the affair is just as Shaykh Fawzan said, this is a saying of Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. So that's a correction of what came on page 171 in the footnote they mentioned, and I read it likewise, this narration of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. What is correct is, just as Shaykh Fawzan said in both places, is actually a saying of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. Then Shaykh Fawzan finished by saying, so the one who keeps away from the congregational prayer without an udhr, without a valid excuse, this is a proof for his hypocrisy. Because the hypocrites stay away from the prayer, particularly by night, because in the night no one can see them. As for in the daytime, then they attend, because the people will then see them. So they show off with their deeds, and they behave with hypocrisy.